Ready? Hey, good people, you are tuned in to Fashionably Loud on Purpose with your host, Sharon Wright, where we talk about the latest fashion news and faith. Tonight, I have a special guest in the building, Miss Melissa Scott, founder and CEO of Melissa Creations. Say something to the people.
Hello, and thank you for having me.
You are completely welcome, honey. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm fantastic.
Hey, let's get into it. So we're going to talk about some of your accomplishments that you have going on. Is there anywhere particular that you want to start, or you just want to go off of me?
We could go off you.
Sounds like a plan to me. All right, Miss Scott, who is a celebrity loctician. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. With clients such as T.I., 2 Chainz, and Big Country Kane. How did that come about?
Well, I didn't just start this for one.
We about to go to the beginning, Miss Scott. We about to go to the beginning, I promise you. All right. She has been in this business for over 20 years with exceptional experience. I went and did my research and looked on her page, and her accolades are amazing, by the way. So you've made tremendous contributions and groundbreaking techniques for your lock products that you have. Those are ingredients that you created yourself. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I do hand make the product.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We're going to get into that.
Okay.
So it also says that you got, it's breaking techniques that give your clients healthier locks within a shorter period of time.
So it gives them a faster locking process.
Okay. So tell us about that, because I have plenty of people that are on my page that are locks, and I have plenty of people that are listed, I'm pretty sure, that are natural and have locks. So let's get into it. So let's start from you come from Florida. So how did you get to Atlanta? So we can talk about all that in between. We can talk about Jacksonville. Shout out to Duval, by the way. Yes. Yes, Florida girl myself. So shout out to Duval. Yes. Have family out that way.
Okay.
So you getting started, I want to say, here in 1999. And you took your professional level off in 2005. So from 2005 to 2009, tell me about that.
2005 is when I actually moved here.
Okay, 2005 is when you actually moved here.
Yes.
But before you moved here, you were braiding. I see you were braiding hair, and then you went from braiding hair to locks. Okay,
correct.
so what made you transition? Because I went did my research. You was a good braider, girl. You caught it all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, what made you go from gripping these scalps to okay, we gonna twist it up. Yeah, we gonna transition to locks.
Okay. So I unfortunately developed carpal tunnel.
Okay. My daughter developed that. I know all about that.
Yeah, I have been braiding professionally in a salon since 1998.
Okay.
But I started off as a teenager, the girl at the school in gym.
Everybody coming to
coming to me to get their hair braided. Went into the salon just braiding because they like my talent.
Got you.
My creativity and things of that nature.
She was 5, by the way, y'all. I went and looked her up. Listen, some of y'all would probably want her to go back to that. She was in there. So I loved it. I was like, listen, because a good braider up here in Atlanta, there are some, but there's nothing like Florida. I'm sorry. I'm going to give it what it is. I'm going to give it what it is. So you was doing your thing. So you developed the carpal tunnel, and then you go over to?
I just decided to go full-fledged with locks.
Okay.
Because at that point, I didn't have a choice.
Okay.
But I was
You didn't want to get out of hair either.
No, because that's my passion.
Okay.
I love the naturalness of hair. I love just being creative with my canvases.
And baby, you were. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And even now with the locks, even now. So yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So I didn't want to give that up, and I just had to find something else that will.
Who you telling? Because when you're a hairstylist and that's all you love to do, and you started as young as you are, and then you develop that, you don't want to give that up. You feel like you're losing a part of yourself.
Right.
So you transition to something else, which you did, and you made that a household thing. Like, you made it bigger than what it is.
Right.
So how do you feel about, you know, that accomplishment? Like, you know,
Well, I think
like just sitting back thinking about everything that you've done, from that girl in high school to now we're sitting here and we're on all type of platforms. You got all type of people that you network with. How does that feel?
Really, to be honest, I don't think it has really
Like hit you?
Yeah, hit me, because I'm still in it.
Got you.
You know, and I still wake up with the same passion, loving to do it.
Got you.
You know, so I don't see myself as just the level up. I just know I'm always striving to climb the ladder, to be better, to see what's next. What's my retirement plan?
Got you.
You know, so
we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
honey, you know that stylists. I'm gonna be honest. Stylists don't have a retirement plan. Yes. They just do hair until they get tired,
right?
And then they stop. But they really don't have a retirement plan. Like, set money to the side. They just do hair till one day they don't want to do it anymore, and then they have nothing to fall back on. Correct. So I definitely agree with you with having a plan before you step away from that scene. But not only do you have a plan, you have a whole brand.
I do.
Yeah, you have and it's nice. I went on your page and I looked at everybody shouting you out. I looked at your stylists using the products. I looked at other stylists using the products, and they are, you know, just coming a hairstylist myself. Used to, honey, I just got burnt out, baby. Listen,
okay.
When you got everybody want to sit in your chair, want to look like Mary J. Blige, baby, but it ain't working for you. I'm like, listen, we go to school to tell you these things because they teach us that the shape of your face, you can't wear certain things, you can't do certain. But girl, they used to sit in my chair and just want to be. This was back in the day. Baby, it was a mess. Before we had lace fronts and all that right there, you know, you had to leave out the natural hairline with the, you know, the weave. So I got burnt out, so I moved on to something else. But when I was in it, I did love the passion of it, and I love doing what I love. So I understand your passion for doing hair. I really do. And so taking it back, because you also have kids.
I do.
Yeah.
I have 3.
So exactly. So, you know, we're talking about a full-fledged business here. You have a brand. You have people that you represent. You have, we're going to get into those classes that you also offer people, you know, with the locks. You have all this going on. You're successful at it. And then you're a mother.
Right.
So let's get into how you juggle that, because that's a lot going on. You know, and we never stop being a mom. As a mom of 5, you never stop being a mom. And I have my oldest is about to be 24. You know, and my youngest is 10. But you, even in between of them being grown, you know, you never stop being a mother. Right. So when you're off being super entrepreneur, but then you have to lay that hat aside to be mom. You know, how do you lay one hat down to pick up the next and, you know, keep moving? Like, okay, I ain't missed a beat. My kids ain't missing me. You know, nothing stopped rolling. I'm still moving. And then, you know, your kids still feel the love and still feel like, okay, mom's here if I need her. She's not, you know, because, you know, sometimes we get so busy and sometimes our kids feel like, okay, we too busy for them. But you never want them to feel that way. So how do you reassure them that, okay, yeah, I'm doing 100 things, but I'm still here?
Well, first of all, I know I look like I'm 12.
Girl, you do. Girl, you do. Listen here, I just got to turn the camera around on this little beautiful, on my face. You do y'all see this beautiful thing? Girl, she look like she 12, but she ain't, baby. Forced to be reckoned with. Okay.
Yeah.
So, with that.
My babies were shop babies.
Okay. So they grew up in the shop.
They grew up in the shop.
That mean they was everybody's babies. That mean they was spoiled. That mean listen, they was the clients' babies when you was doing everybody's hair.
They right there. So they was right there.
Okay.
And I didn't allow my work to interfere with me being a mom. You know.
Yep.
I didn't want to be missing from my children.
Correct.
You know, so that's why I had to incorporate them in the business as well.
So true.
Not just in the shop.
That's so true.
It was so bad. Believe it or not, my kids are grown.
Okay.
Like, my youngest is 20.
Girl, when I tell somebody I got grown kids, they tell me I'm lying. Baby, listen, my oldest is 23. You understand? Twins, and then 10 and 13. So I understand. You don't even like grown kids. Girl, she don't like she got grown kids. Yeah, let's talk about it. You ain't got no darn grown kids in this studio. radio world out there listening, the lady looks amazing. Go look her up. Lock 'em Up Products, Instagram and Facebook. She looks amazing. Follow her and buy some products too. Don't just go over there peeping. Buy something. You understand? It's too many of y'all listening not to buy something. Now go over there and buy something. So, you know, they're grown.
They're grown. My daughter is actually following in my footsteps. I made a path.
Don't you just love it?
I do.
When you get that generational wealth going on. Yeah.
Yes, she's in Dallas, Texas.
I love
taking over.
I love it. What they say, everything is big in Texas, baby. So, hey.
Yeah, so I'm very proud of her as well.
That's good.
She didn't want to do it though. She ran for a long time.
Listen, what God has for you is for you. You just you just paved the way.
I did.
You understand? But before she even walked out your womb, baby, God knew what she was gonna be. Understand that? She just had to catch up and know what she was gonna be. You know, He blessed them hands, and you can't tell me that you doing, because I went and looked too, because I'm nosy. So you can't tell me that with the work that you're doing up there in Houston, because you're doing some nice work, that God didn't bless that. Your hands are blessed. So, you know, come on now. So we're going to take that over. What are your other two kids doing? Did they?
So my youngest son is actually a tattoo artist.
Nice. Tell your son I got to come see him. I'm tatted up like the subway in Harlem, you know, and I feel like I need some more, you know. So I'm going to see him.
Yeah.
Look him up too.
Yeah. And my oldest son, he actually helps run the business.
Okay, nice.
So
like, okay. Listen, I love it when you got kids and you can put them to work.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
this is a family business.
It is. And that's what people don't do. I'm gonna tell you something. That I'm gonna say, that ain't what people don't do. That ain't what we do. So to see you doing that, that's amazing. Because I'm not even gonna lie, we as African Americans, we don't incorporate our kids in our business. We start a business, the business might fail, we might pick it up again, because sometimes us as Black people, when we fail, we don't like to start over. We don't like to pick up and keep going. You understand? So to have that family unity, like, you know, the Caucasian people do, because one thing about them, they're going to create generational wealth for their kids. Their kids ain't gonna be struggling. You understand? And if their kids out here struggling, it's because they want to. It ain't because their parents didn't set them up. So I think that in the African American community, we need to do the same thing. So I definitely commend you for setting your kids up for success, because if we don't set them up for success, then they're gonna fail, because the society that we're living in today, they're setting them up to fail. It's not about progression. It's not about, they've already made them feel like education ain't even important no more. You know, when that used to be the thing that we drilled into them, education, you need education. But now, you know, we got to drill into them entrepreneurship. You got to own something. In order, let me tell you something, working a 9 to 5, not saying people out there that got careers, you ain't going to be rich that way. You need
a skill.
Yeah, you're not going to be a millionaire that way. You do need a skill. And it's crazy how you know that they're setting us up to fail, because remember when we were in school, all the skills that were in school when we were in there, you could learn shop. You could be a CNA. There were so many things that you could do. IT. There were so many things when we were in school that we could do that now they've eliminated that. So with them eliminating that, that's because they want to keep us down. They know that if we get a skill, we're going to use that skill and we're going to take off, and that skill is going to build many homes, or that skill is going to do something in the community. But if they take that skill away from us, then guess what happens? Drugs, jail, you know, and there comes a repeated cycle. So when I see business owners and entrepreneurship setting up, you know, things for their kids, I commend them for that, because you don't have, or you don't see a lot of that at all. People just be like, I'm going to start a business and that be it. Don't bring the child in to do, you know, don't incorporate them no type of way, or even teach them about the business. Because, you know, again, as I said, back then they used to learn about money. We used to learn about balancing a checkbook. You know, we had home ec. You know, we used to do all that. You know, now they've taken all that out. So if we don't teach them or we don't set them up, they're failing already. So I definitely commend you for setting your babies up for success. Yes. So do you have family in Atlanta, or just your team, your kids? Did anybody follow you here?
Actually, my sister and my nephews are here. They live here.
Okay. Do they help in your business?
No, they're not currently helping in the business.
Okay. Listen, we got to make this a family thing. Come on in, y'all. Come on. We got to open up. Listen, we at the rate at which you're going, the next step that we're looking at is a warehouse, honey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's already done.
See, so there you go.
We already got a warehouse.
So, see.
Yeah, we are a manufacturing company.
See, guys, amazing.
We don't just, yeah, we're in beauty supply stores, Amazon, Walmart. Like,
do y'all hear this, good people? She is international, and that is what I'm talking about. International elevation.
Mm-hmm,
yeah,
absolutely.
I like that. I like that. So we're going to go back to talking about, you also have training courses that you offer to people that are interested in the lock game. Talk about that and how you started that.
I think I've always been into that, because when I first got my salon, I used to just get young girls in school and just teach them how to braid.
Okay.
You know, let them work in my shop.
Yeah, you've always been an educator.
Yeah, I love just giving the education to the youth, because I want them to have something to fall back on.
I like that.
You know, you can always make money no matter where you are.
Girl, we're doing hair. You
Yes.
ain't lying. Especially natural hair. That's why it's amazing. I see why you love it. So true. So, you know.
So I just kept it going. Like, I also have a business, No Entrepreneur Left Behind. And I help people start their business as well.
Okay. So you set up the business plan for them.
I teach them how to set up their own business plan, because
okay.
I don't want them to depend on anyone.
Radio world.
So if I show you the way, you will never lose.
There you go. Radio world. Is you listening to Fashionably Loud here? You got a lady that if you're trying to start a business, you're thinking about a business, you don't know where to begin, you don't know, the paperwork that you need to fill out. Miss Melissa Creation also does that as well as the lock game. So you need to go to her page, Lock 'em Up Products, if you're thinking about it, and hit her up.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Very welcome. So, in your training, is it like one-on-one?
It can be one-on-one,
Okay.
just depending on the group of people that is interested in learning how to do what I do.
Nice. Nice. Okay. I'm loving it. Okay. During all this talking and accomplishments going on, I forgot to mention about your, let's see. There was something I wanted to ask you about your product. Okay, back up. So you said that your product is a product that you manufactured so that it would help lock locks quicker. What made you want to make that product, and why? And is it all natural ingredients? Or is there like chemicals in there that, could hurt your hair?
So I decided to start off the product because I like to look at the ingredients that's in whatever it is that I'm using.
You're telling, girl.
Right? I found this one in particular product, and they were always sold out.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm just so sick of not being able to find this product. Like, what is going on? Why are they out of stock?
I mean, that was a good product.
Yeah.
Right.
So eventually I just said, you know what? I know how to fix this. I'm going to make my own product, because I know how to lock hair.
A solution to a problem.
Yes.
Let's go.
So I did my research, and I went in the lab in my kitchen.
Okay.
And I put natural ingredients
most
together.
Things that get cooked up at, whether it's a Sunday dinner or some lock cream. Hey, we making it go down in the kitchen. You understand? It's going down in the kitchen. I love it. We gonna cook something up with some seasoning on the side.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
I love it.
What I found out is my product is so different from other products because it has natural ingredients. And with the natural ingredients, it's not going to irritate the scalp.
I'm going to say this. I sat there and watched the video from start to finish. And the hair was dry in the beginning. But after washing with your products and then applying your products with no oil or nothing to his scalp, but just your products, shine. Wasn't dry looking, wasn't flaky looking, wasn't any of that. So I can attest to, listen, our products are the truth. So yeah, they are the truth. I'm gonna keep saying it, the whole thing. They are the truth. Like, I can attest to that. I went and seen it myself. They are the truth. But you know, with the natural ingredients, was it because you didn't want anybody with an allergic reaction to anything, or you just wanted your products to be all natural for everybody to enjoy?
Well, to be honest, this was 2011.
Right.
I don't even know if us making our own products was a real thing.
It wasn't. Only person that was doing it back then was BB, the real BB Judy. Yeah, she was the only one that was doing it.
Yeah, so I just know I didn't want the products that everybody else was putting out.
Right.
You know, I wanted my products to just specifically be about healthy scalp.
Gotcha.
You know, because a lot of people are allergic to some things that are in products, and they don't understand why they
Alcohol.
have dry, flaky scalps. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand why they have the irritation or any of that. But when people use my product, they don't have those issues.
I can see it.
You know, so I'm just so grateful that God has given me just the insight and the wisdom to be able to create those type of products, you know. So I started off with one, which is the locking solution.
Okay. Because now
that's
you got
the
a
hero
whole
product.
Yeah, you got a whole
I have
thing
a whole
now.
line now.
Okay, so let's talk about each and every last thing on your line, what it does, and the, you know what I'm saying, what it does to the texture of your hair, whatever texture of your hair is. And I'm going to say it's all natural ingredients, so we ain't going to say what the ingredients are, because all the ingredients are natural and they are organic. Am I correct?
Yeah. Okay. Essential oils. Yeah.
Okay,
we have a lot of, you know.
I like the essential oils. That's what I'm saying, which is why I said, with no oils, just your product, these people hair on your paper shining.
It's shining.
Yeah, it's shining. Like
because
so I
of the ingredients.
Yeah, because the ingredients are already in there. You don't even have to re-oil the scalp because it's already in the product. And I like that. Yeah. I like that.
So during the pandemic, I was in, of course, everybody was in the house.
me exactly, you know. Listen.
And I just got an idea of a hair growth oil because I have been noticing a lot of us are missing edges.
Yeah.
You know.
We have alopecia real bad, or we're balding early, or it's something hereditary. Very true.
So I just, again, went in the lab. It wasn't anything else to do but go in the kitchen.
I ain't lying. You can't go outside.
You can't go outside.
And groceries had to be delivered to you. You can't. So what else to do but to create?
But to create.
There you go.
Yeah. So I gave myself something to do.
There you go.
You know, and I created a hair and beard growth oil, and it's amazing. I have so many older people, not just young people, but older people that didn't think it was hope for their hair anymore.
Gotcha.
You know.
Yeah, it's 2 ladies on your page, by the way. Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
At all. Like, came in, I seen the before and the after. It worked. It worked. So, yeah.
Yeah. So we have that, and we also have a refresher.
Okay.
Because it's like it's almost like an oil sheen.
Okay.
Right? But it refreshes your hair.
Gotcha.
So it's scented. We have essential oil, which is lemongrass.
Which is true, because reds do sweat.
Okay. So after the gym, or if you go to a smoke lounge, or, you know, in between your salon visits, or however, or if you just want to wake up and spray your hair just to smell good.
I know that's right.
You know.
We ain't catch it just right. Ooh.
Yeah.
So true.
So, yeah, and we just recently added our shampoo and conditioner to our line as well.
Nice.
Now we have a whole collection.
So there was something else you added too. I don't know if you added it at the time. Let's see. The new edge, and
that is the hair and beard growth oil.
Okay, that's the hair. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes,
absolutely.
So she don't just service locks, y'all. You know, that beard gang that y'all got going on, she service beards too. Again, Lock 'em Up products. Go over there and check them out. during this podcast. Why don't you? I'm going to say this. With your products, do you have like a detangler?
I don't, because there's so many other products that cater to like just natural hair.
Right.
Like the lock world is just so small. Like it was so limited on finding lock products. Like just products that caters to locks. You know, and I specialize in locks, so why not create a locking product?
You're not lying.
You know,
my daughter decided to go natural, and the girl, I just told her about your stuff the other day. Can't find nothing. Even if she put it on, 30 minutes later, her hair looked dry looking. Yeah. Like she didn't do anything to it, so she steady has to spray it or oil it. Like her hair really just drinks the oil. So to find, you know, so to see your product and to research your product before I even brought you on here, I told her about it. I'm like, listen, girl, you always talking about dry this and dry that. You ain't got to worry about it. So last time I checked, I had sent her a link, girl. She was ordering. Yeah. But I said, listen, I think you're going to like it, because just go check her page out. I said, so she came back. She's like, oh, yeah, Mom. Everything looks exactly what you said it was. She was like, neatness, the oil that's already in there. Like, I don't see nothing dry. I said, yeah, girl, you're going to love it. I said, just order the shampoo and conditioner too. Yeah. So she went shopping.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your support. So
locks, I want her hair to be healthy. So I want a product that's healthy, and not every product on the market is healthy. Right. It's not, has too many ingredients in it that's too heavy, dries it'll look good for the minute. Right. But it weighs your hair down, then it dries it back out. It doesn't do the proper thing.
And that's the thing about the locking solution. It's so lightweight. See? It's so lightweight till it could be underestimated. See? But don't underestimate it, baby, because
get the locking. It's gonna do what it do.
A little bit goes a long way.
Love it.
You know, and it's gonna leave your hair so light, but it's still gonna give it that firm hold. And it's going to last longer than any other product.
That's good, because you have people a lot of people have fine hair that try to lock, that's locking up these days. I've noticed that people with the good hair are locking up these days because they're tired of doing their hair. They're tired of combing their hair. So, you know, back in the day, it used to just be people that had natural coarse hair that would lock their hair up, right? Yeah. So, but now it has transitioned to more people locking their hair up, and not just African Americans. We're talking about Caucasians and other people locking their hair up. Right. So with that being said, you don't want to damage your hair either. Right. You know, and there's too many harsh products out there. So to have a product on the market, Black owned, you know, that's why I say go support my sister, because it is Black owned, people. A Lock 'em Up product that is Black owned. Let's go. To have that on the market that caters to us, again, is amazing. I'm gonna keep giving you your accolades while you're sitting here, honey.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
And I appreciate you.
So I'm gonna say this. So Jesus. Okay, so tell me this. How in the hair care industry, tell me how important it is for locks to be maintained. You feel for locks to be maintained, to be healthy, and to remain strong. So like your clients, when you're let's just say you're getting clients to come in, right? How do you present yourself, your product, to say, okay, this, because you know there's a million things on the product, so you gotta you know, stand out. How do you make your product stand out from the rest to say, okay, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna buy from her, I'm gonna support her, I'm gonna spend my money over here? How do you make sure that happens in your community, in your circle? Like,
so it all starts with the shampoo and the conditioner.
I agree.
Like when you get your first shampoo, like it's gonna feel
tingly.
Yes.
See, girl, see, you know, I ain't lying. I went and looked.
It feels so clean. Your pores is open, stimulated. Like,
ain't nothing like a good wash.
What people is just like, oh my God, you just took all my stress away. Like I feel so light. I'm relaxed. Listen, you know,
I'm telling you, you is not lying, girl. Oh my God, a good hair wash, with that eucalyptus in it. Baby, please take me away.
So, I really just call it a hair spa.
Okay.
You get to come to the hair spa, and after that, we lay that locking solution on them locks.
So you have nothing but, see, when you put good products on people, they become repeat customers.
Correct. Yes, and word of mouth. They're gonna tell everybody. Yes.
Who did your hair? Oh, I went to lock them up. Michelle, did my hair. And that carries over. So that word of mouth grew, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it kept growing, didn't it?
Yeah. But don't get it twisted. It didn't start off like this.
Oh, of course.
Don't get it
twisted. You ain't got to tell me.
It didn't start out like this.
It's sad to say, but we don't support each other.
Oh my God.
We don't. It is what it is. I'm not one of those people, which is why I built this platform to spotlight, up and coming entrepreneurs that are already out there, to put them more out there. My goal is to have the Keith Lee effect. Let me bring you on here and then you make $1 million the next day. That's my goal. You understand what I'm saying? But only in the entrepreneurship department, so I want to be that person for people to be spotlighted on. So I think that what you're doing is amazing, but you don't always have support.
Correct. Yes, absolutely.
They'll watch it.
Yeah.
You'll see it. You have 1 million views now, 69 likes.
But why?
But that's what I don't understand, because it only takes a second to hit that like button and keep scrolling. You don't gotta like me. You don't gotta like what's going on. Like, keep scrolling.
Right.
That's it. And keep moving. But why? I want to know, in a society where it's more women than it is men, why don't we hold ourselves to a certain standard to say that I'm going to build my sister up, I'm going to build my brother up? Why do you think that is?
Well, first of all, you can't build anyone up if you're not built up yourself.
That's true. That is true.
Because it's not in you.
That's true.
It
got to be in you and not on you.
It got to be in you and not on you.
That's true.
Yes. So that's the only thing that I can think of. I wish, we could get better, but
we not. And it's just what it is. It will. You know what, though? I think that the more positive they see other women getting along, the more positive they see other people supporting other people, that I feel like it will break a barrier. But there will always, I'm just going to keep it a buck, but there will always be that.
Yeah.
There will always be those people that ain't going to support nothing.
Right.
Ain't going to, no matter what you do, no matter what you got going on. And you said something, you got to, it's kind of like you were saying, you got to believe in you first before somebody else can believe in you.
Absolutely.
So that is very true. Like, if I'm pushing a brand, but I don't believe in the brand, but I want you to believe in the brand,
right?
How can you take me seriously? You
Absolutely.
can't.
Yeah.
I can't take your brand seriously when over here somebody, oh girl, my hair fell out, and you didn't correct that.
Right.
Oh girl, this. And you didn't correct that, because of course with any brand there is trial and error, with any brand. Not to say that's with yours, but just with anything. But at the end of the day, I want the same support that you would give I want the same support that you would give a celebrity that you would give me.
Right.
You don't even know them, but you know me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You speak to me every day. Know my whole name, know my brother, my sister. Speak to me every day. I'm your average person, but you'll have so much to say about a celebrity you never met, but you won't even. And I don't understand that. But I do think that the more we collectively come together and the more that is shown on social media, that it will get better.
It will.
But if you always showing division, then that's what you're going to get, period. So I feel like we got to build each other up. We got to stay on building each other up. Keep doing what you're doing, because you spotlight your entrepreneurs too. You help them, you build them. You're helping people build businesses, start businesses. You're also teaching classes to help people even start an entrepreneurship of starting in locks.
Right.
So you are setting people off onto a path where they can make their own money. You understand what I'm saying? Or support what you do.
Right.
And I
we also have salon suites as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honey, listen.
So,
I was going to get into that diamond salon suites. By the way, if you're looking for a spot and you don't have one, she has Diamond Salon Suites in Jonesboro, correct? Out in Jonesboro.
Yeah.
Girl that does her research, I know a little bit, just a little bit. But go on out there and check her out. Like, I don't care if you want to do nails and you don't want to have a spot, you want to do hair and you don't have a spot. You kind of cater to everybody because it's like they're sweet.
They are sweets. Mm-hmm.
So tell me how